Cannes is a great platform to be talking about content and to have a bit of that pendulum swing from everything being focused on programmatic and data and technology to balancing that out with the content story as well, which is equally important. And it's good to be here to actually get those creative ideas flowing again. In the space around content, we're seeing a growing need for marketers to basically fuel their social channels. Not just with real-time content though, but with relevant content. And content that really connects with brands is meaningful, not just at the right time, but with the right messaging for the right audience. What we're seeing, which is interesting in the space now, is media companies growing their capabilities, building out studios, working those assets and talent into different deal structures, figuring out how we can fuel more stories around the brands more seamlessly, and again with more relevance as well. And you see that from all forms of different publishers, both the startups as well as the large scale, and then internally with agencies too, developing their own capabilities as we have with content at scale.
So speaking of content at scale, more generically speaking, how does this content scale, and what are some of the emerging strategies to getting this stuff watched? I mean, it used to be just, create a YouTube channel and see who watches, but there's so many different opportunities. What are some of the strategies that are coming up around content distribution and discovery and consumption?
Discovery is the key word. It's recognized it's not enough to simply build the content and create it in a studio environment, but actually what's your distribution strategy along with that, and how do you activate your fans? How do you activate your other partnerships for distribution? How do you look at driving scale beyond just that single channel and partner? And I think what's interesting these days are folks that are trying to break out of their walled gardens mentality and actually be more open to sharing that content beyond their publisher sites, beyond their channels, looking at how do they actually get it out to build that media company brand as well as the marketer's brand. So it becomes much more seamless and a lot more sharing going on.
And of course on the social side, and we're hearing a lot about Snapchat, we're hearing more about Facebook, we're hearing more about live, video autoplay in Twitter. What about those plays? How does that help, and where does that stand?
Interesting plays, and I think interesting from the sense of how you're getting not only a volume of activating your fans and audience with their own original content, but then how do you actually cadence that and have that complement what you might be professionally producing as well. The challenge I think will be how do we weed through the breadth and depth of content available and make sure that we can match it to the right audience at the right time. So again, matching that distribution strategies and the algorithms and data around audience understanding to the message creation and the message distribution is the mix we're trying to ultimately get to.
And of course the value of it all, right? Where does that stand in terms of attribution? I mean, particularly sending videos through social channels, like where does that, is it just kind of exciting and let's experiment, or is the ROI proven at this point?
It's both. The ROI is proven for a number of clients that are getting much more granular about what matters and what drives their sales. But that is the challenge. There's probably no single KPI that we could all align to. It's not much more granular and nuanced around what KPIs drive our clients' business, what's the sequence of messaging that delivers against that, and much more complicated as a result. We can't say we're all for driving engagement or it's all about driving sales or acquisition. It's different KPIs, maybe at different parts of the storytelling process to move people ultimately to that purchase.
And finally, Matt, it's our first day at Cannes. What do you hope to talk about? What are your clients interested in? Kind of where do we stand now? What will be the conversation, or what do you hope will be the conversation?
I hope the conversation around Cannes is around creativity, because there's this pendulum swing that we tend to have in our industry where it's all focused on one side of the ecosystem. In the last few years, it's been very focused on data and technology for the right reasons. But we've lost some of the vision and the conversation around ideas and creativity, and we need to bring that back in. And I think at Cannes we have the perfect opportunity to align ad tech and creative and have the conversation about bringing that together again, to generate more ideas, to have technology and data actually fuel that creativity instead of it being polarizing, which has been too much of the conversation in the last few years. So if this can be a bit of a pivot point to bring creativity back into the conversation and make sure that we're also acknowledging that creativity can come from access to data and great technology and be the marriage of the two versus the separation that's existed, I think that would be a powerful outcome for Cannes this year.